What's good, Renegades? This is Mr. Composition, an MC that writes fiction, back at it with another Ren reaction. Yo, my first time hearing Ren was The Fire in the Booth, and Ren was suggested by Tim. So shout out to Tim, man. I was not expecting all of the love. I mean, we got over 1,000 subscribers just off of that video. I'm still responding back to comments. It's probably the most comments that I had, and I'm not upset, so don't feel bad. I'm gonna be getting to everybody. But Hyren was another highly suggested one, as well as Nas's halftime tribute, as well as a bunch of other ones. So trust me, we're gonna get into the Ren rabbit hole for sure. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. And hey, I'm a rapper as well. So I'm gonna leave my links as far as to my music YouTube channel and show some love to that. I would really appreciate it. Plus, there's a bunch of music videos ranging from 10 plus years, and then I also have my albums, about 10, 11, 12 albums for you to stream, download, and all that stuff. Link will be in the description. And I'm an author. I have books that I've written, comic books, graphic novels that I've done. You can check all that out in the description. So highly appreciate it. And I'll leave the links. I'll leave a pinned comment as well. So that way, if you haven't checked out the Fire in the Booth, you could check that out via, that comment. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Hyren. And rolled out with his guitar. Homie in the mask. And shout out to y'all. Y'all told me that he made the beat to the Fire in the Booth. So does he produce everything? Let me know. Didn't expect it to be freaking that good on guitar. What? Okay. See, and you know what's funny? I had said in the Fire in the Booth, because he was like harmonizing, I was just all like, yo, he has a dope voice as far as to be able to sing, because the what it reminded me of was like Easy Mill. Easy Mill is one of those artists as well that has killer raps, but he's able to sing as well. And so now hearing him actually hit the melodies, I like not even just the melodies, he's singing up in this joint. And the guitar riff, and man.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over.
You know what's interesting? It's this inner battle that, we all kind of go through. This inner battle, trying to figure it out. And I think as artists, I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak as far as being an artist, trying to make something happen. You know what I mean? And with everything that's going on, it is very easy to, I wouldn't say just like lose yourself, but it can drain a lot of the most talented people, so that's why it's really dope listening to Ren be able to express it in this particular way, because it's just like sometimes the conversations we have, with ourselves as artists, and that insecurity, that doubt, that anxiety, that depression. It's crazy because it's like I'm hearing this, and then I just listened to an artist whose, track is called Antidepressants. Then recently I listened to Dochi's Anxiety, so there's and I know High Ren came out, probably a while ago, but there's a theme. There's a theme going on, and it's really dope when artists are able to grab as far as that particular emotion and be able to express it in unique ways. Like I'm sitting up there like, okay, he's going all this back and forth with himself. He's got the guitar. He's talking about like, yo, if you want to get rid of me, you have to get rid of you. We are together. And I think that sometimes when you hear the word like fight your demons or get rid of your demons, it makes me think of Doctor Strange and the Ancient One. And she's just all like, if I'm paraphrasing, but the Ancient One was like, we don't get rid of our demons. We learn to live above them, and I think that that is always a hard line for me. I'm just all like, man, that is a bar if I knew what a freaking bar was, because we, I think a lot of times we try to think that we can permanently get rid of these natural emotions, so this is
No,
dope.
I'm not scraps on my side. Oh, your music is thriving. Delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio. They never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ran, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth.
Yeah, yo, and again, that's another struggle as far as that artists try to do, because when you do certain things, there's always the comparison. Like he was saying, oh, Eminem did that, or doing it with guitar. Well, this person did that, and fighting against your subconscious, and it's just, to me, it's kind of like the word love. You know, yes, are there songs about love? Yes, but it's all in the different ways that it's being expressed, and I really like the fact that he's going about it in a way to let people know like his thoughts. with the Renegades, y'all have shown me the power of people actually enjoying your work for exactly you, and despite him saying he's not doing it for the numbers and everything like that, to have a type of fan base that is able to ride for you like that, it's well deserved. Well deserved.
Fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. I'ma fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to down my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Hey.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Dang. You know, it reminds me, like, the way that he's doing it just reminds me of like free form just painting. No like rhyme or reason, but just free form painting, because it's this wild chaos that when you look at it, you take it to your interpretation and you're just all like, oh, this is a masterpiece. Because when I was looking at the length and I was just like, holy smokes, how is like what is he gonna do within like 9, 8 minutes and everything like that? But seeing this, it's just all like, why you need a psychiatrist when you're able to do some stuff like this, you know what I mean?
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch your shape. So care of the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're acclimated different sides.
Dang. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Taking off the guitar. What's he about to do?
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for
Yeah.
the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences
Mm.
with autoimmunity, illness, and
Damn.
psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in
Yeah.
psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the
Yeah.
dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
Ooh.
It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I
Yeah.
learned to soften, and that dance got easier.
Mm.
It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods.
Mm.
And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Yeah. Man. Man. See, I learned a lot. I know that y'all was telling me. Renegade, as y'all was telling me, I was just all like, yo, his story's crazy. You gotta check out High Red, and man, I did not know about that, like the autoimmune disease, everything like that. But what he was saying, before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Catalog. Yeah. These are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase, all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So, anyways, especially at the end, and as you get older, you definitely realize, and I think it applies to everyone, not just artists. But I think especially for artists, it's so easy, especially as things progress, for you to think like, oh, you're supposed to be this way, you're supposed to do that, you're supposed to have this by this time, and it's just all fake. It's just all fake. When you really take a look at everything, where he was just all like, I learned to relax. That is such a superpower as well as patience, you know, in an instant gratification, type of world, it's very easy to get caught up, in what isn't even real. It's not to say certain things are real, but it's not as urgent a lot of the times as we make it out to be. And him talking about that pendulum from demons, angels, like that's what makes us human. I think celebrating our humanity, so often I see this lack of respect for human life, whether that's on the personal level or that's on the wide range level, and so when you're an empath or you're very sensitive to people's emotions and things like that, it can be overwhelming because you're just all like, whoa, whoa, I'm dealing with my shit, let alone like I gotta feel the rest of the world type of thing. But it's a level of empathy, it's a level of strength. And I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped to dive into this red journey because this was fire. This was fire. I got to learn, I think, a lot more just on high rent, so I could see why people suggested it. Like I said, for me, it's always dope finding out about an artist late because I could go backwards. It's fun diving into it. And I like people to do that as well for me. Like I have all this music, for the past decade plus. So when people come across me and then they go back and they're just all like, oh, snap, like you've been doing music for a minute. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they get to dive into that whole world, it's it's I'm very grateful. That's why I can relate to what a lot of Ren is saying because it is not easy. It is definitely a struggle, but we're able to get through. We're able to get through. So TGIF. Hope y'all are doing good on this Friday. It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another Red reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, put those notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new Ren reaction. And if you're feeling froggy, I make a lot of content. If you have not seen, as far as in between, the fire in the booth and this Ren reaction, the videos that I've dropped in between, those are like already recorded videos. You know what I mean? So I drop a lot. So hopefully you could just find a range of things. And if you do happen to fall on another one of my videos that isn't Ren, go ahead and let me know. Renegade in the building. You know what I mean? So hey, definitely check out the links in the description. Like I said, I have a music YouTube that it has all my music videos on it. That it could definitely use some subscribers. As you can see, what's crazy is I started that YouTube channel before this YouTube channel, but you see how much I post on this YouTube channel, and trying to promote both and do things. It's a learning process, but I'm getting there. So I'm trying to make sure to plug in that YouTube as well. But all that will be in the description, it'll be in the pinned comments. But yeah, let me know the next one. I think the next Ren one will probably be the Nas halftime, more than likely. But definitely leave your suggestions, leave your thoughts in the comments. This composition MC that writes fiction. Peace.